Those who survive the struggle are not the same people they were before. They move differently now. Their choices are colder, sharper, more controlled. Whatever softness they once had was left behind during the fight. They remember every loss, every betrayal, every moment they almost didn't make it. Those memories shape every decision they make going forward. Not everyone accepts the new order easily. Some carry anger deep inside. Waiting for the right moment, others disappear, choosing distance over another war. But even in silence, tension remains. Power may have chosen its new owner, but it also created new enemies, and enemies have long memories. The legacy continues in unexpected ways. Old mistakes are studied so they aren't repeated. Old victories are used as lessons. The past becomes a guide, not a weight. The new ruler understands something the last one didn't. Staying in power is harder than taking it. Control must be maintained every day, not just once. The city watches closely, always ready for another fall. People have learned not to trust stability. They know that power is never permanent. It only lasts as long as it's protected. And protection comes at a cost that grows heavier over time. In quiet moments, the question lingers, was it worth it? Everything that was lost, everyone who paid the price. There is no clear answer. Power doesn't give comfort or peace. It only gives control. And control demands constant attention. What remains is a legacy shaped by struggle, sacrifice, and survival, a reminder that power never truly ends, it only changes hands. And somewhere in the city, someone else is already watching, already waiting, already planning their move. Time passes, but the weight of power never fades. The city continues to move forward. Yet it carries scars that don't heal easily. Every building, every street corner, every quiet office holds memories of what it took to reach this point. People pretend the danger is gone, but deep down they know better. Power never sleeps. And it never lets anyone rest for long. The new order feels strong on the outside, but strength needs constant guarding. Every day brings fresh tests. New problems rise where old ones ended. Control must be proven again and again, not with words, but with action. One wrong move can reopen wounds that were barely closed. Those at the top understand this more than anyone else. The people watching from the shadows haven't disappeared. They are learning, studying every move, every weakness. They remember how fast things can fall apart. Some admire the rise, some hate it, others see it as a challenge. Power attracts attention, and attention always brings risk. The higher the position, the harder the fall. Inside the system, pressure builds quietly. Maintaining balance becomes harder than creating chaos. Every decision affects lives, loyalty, and future threats. Mercy can look like weakness. Force can create enemies. There is no perfect choice, only the least dangerous one. Leadership becomes a lonely place, surrounded by people but trusted by none. The city itself feels different now. It reacts faster. It learns quicker. People have adapted to uncertainty, becoming careful and alert. They read signs in silence, tone, and timing. Everyone understands that safety is temporary. Stability is something that must be protected, not expected. The legacy being built isn't clean or simple. It's made of difficult choices and heavy consequences. History won't remember the sleepless nights or the doubts. It will only remember who stayed standing. That knowledge shapes every move forward, forcing strength where fear tries to grow. And beyond all of this, the cycle continues. Somewhere far from the center, someone is paying attention. Someone is learning from every mistake and every success. Power inspires ambition, and ambition never dies. The city may look calm again, but calm is only the surface, because power doesn't end with one story. It waits for the next one to begin. The story doesn't close with peace or celebration. It settles into a quiet tension that never fully leaves. Life moves forward, but it does so carefully, as if the city itself has learned to watch its own shadow. Every success feels temporary. Every calm moment feels borrowed. Power has reshaped the rhythm of daily life. Those who stand at the center of control understands something clearly now. Survival is not the same as victory. Holding power means living with constant pressure, knowing that the same path that led upward can also lead to a sudden fall. Confidence becomes controlled, measured, never shown too freely. Strength is kept quiet because loud strength invites challenge. People who were once ignored begin to matter again. Small voices grow bold, quiet movements gain meaning. The city teaches a hard lesson. Power often shifts when no one is paying attention. The smallest changes can start the biggest storms. Nothing is too minor to ignore anymore. The past still breathes through the present. Old names are spoken with care. Old mistakes are remembered like warnings. Everyone knows how fast respect can turn into fear, and fear into rebellion. The new order stands on lessons learned the hard way. Forgetting them would mean repeating the same collapse. Relationships are no longer built on trust alone. They are built on shared risk. People stay close not because they believe in each other, but because they need each other. Loyalty is tested daily through action, not words. Promises mean nothing unless they are backed by sacrifice. The city has become sharper, smarter, less forgiving. It no longer waits to see what will happen. It prepares for it. Plans exist within plans, backups within backups. Power has trained everyone to think ahead, to protect themselves before protecting anyone else. In the distance, the signs of future conflict are already forming. Small disagreements, quiet resistance, a shift in tone. Nothing explosive yet, but enough to signal what's coming. The cycle hasn't ended. It has only slowed, gathering strength for what comes next. This legacy is not just about control. It's about adaptation. Those who survive learn to change before they are forced to. And in a city shaped by power, the ones who adapt fastest are the ones who last the longest. The city reaches a moment where everything feels balanced, but balance is never permanent. It is only a pause between movements. People sense it in the air, in the way conversations stop suddenly, in the way eyes scan rooms before sitting down. Calm has returned, but no one mistakes it for safety. Power has settled into its new shape, and the system begins to function again. Money moves, influence flows, order appears restored. Yet beneath that order, pressure continues to build. Every structure created to protect power also traps it. The higher the walls, the harder it becomes to see what's coming next. Those who hold control now understand that leadership is not about being feared. Fear fades. Control lasts longer when it's quiet and steady. Decisions are made behind closed doors, without drama, without noise. The smartest moves are the ones no one notices until it's too late to stop them. The people beneath this power adapt in their own ways. Some learn how to benefit from the system. Others learn how to survive it. A few begin to study it, searching for weak points, because no system is perfect. And everyone believes they might be the one to find the crack. Time changes perspectives. What once felt urgent now feels distant. Loss turns into memory, pain turns into lesson. But memory is dangerous. It reminds people of what was possible before and what might be possible again. The past becomes a quiet source of motivation for those who want more. Control brings responsibility, and responsibility brings isolation. The higher the position, the fewer voices are trusted. Every decision is made with caution. Every alliance treated as temporary. Power becomes less about ambition and more about defense. Protecting what exists becomes harder than building it. The city continues its cycle, teaching the same truth again and again. No era lasts forever. No ruler is untouchable. Power is not a destination. It's a constant test. Those who forget this are the first to fall. And somewhere beyond the center of control, a new shift begins to form. It doesn't rush. It watches. It waits. Because in a world shaped by power, the next change always starts quietly. The city stands at a turning point that few people recognize in the moment. On the surface, everything appears stable. Systems are in place. Authority is clear. Order exists. But history has shown that this is often the most dangerous phase. When people stop expecting change, change prepares itself quietly. Power begins to feel routine, and routine creates blind spots. Decisions are repeated because they worked before. Strategies are reused because they once succeeded. Comfort slowly replaces caution. Those at the top believe they understand the city completely, forgetting that the city is always learning too. Every pattern creates predictability. And predictability invites disruption. Below the surface, ambition starts to grow again. It doesn't look like rebellion yet. It looks like curiosity, observation, questions asked quietly and answered slowly. People begin to notice small weaknesses, small delays, small moments of hesitation. They don't act on them immediately. They store them away, knowing the right time matters more than speed. The city itself becomes a teacher. It shows who is patient and who is reckless. It rewards silence and punishes exposure. Those who rush are removed quickly. Those who wait gain understanding. Power has trained everyone through pain. And the smartest players remember every lesson. Relationships shift once more. Old alliances lose purpose. New connections form based on shared vision rather than shared history. Loyalty is no longer emotional. Imagine seeing one of your favorite characters come to life on screen, only to feel something is off. That is exactly what happened when fans first saw young Ghost in Power Origins. Everyone loves Ghost. The original series made him iconic. He was tough, smart, and had a presence that commanded attention. When the announcement came that a new actor would play the younger version of him, excitement mixed with doubt spread quickly online. Some fans immediately loved the choice, thinking the new actor could bring a fresh energy to the role. Others were skeptical, worried that no one could truly match the charisma of the original Ghost. This video will take you through everything about the casting of young Ghost, the fan reactions, and whether the show really succeeded in making the character believable. By the end, you'll understand why this casting choice is creating such a heated debate. Young Ghost is not just any character. He is the foundation of the story we've come to love in Power. Before he became the feared and respected figure. In the original series, he was a young man with dreams, fears, and struggles that shaped who he would eventually become. The character carries a heavy legacy. Fans remember Ghost as more than a criminal or a kingpin. He was smart, strategic, and had an undeniable charm that drew viewers in. That charm is something fans expect to see reflected in any version of the character, including young Ghost. The pressure on casting for this role was enormous because the actor had to convey not only the intelligence and confidence that fans associate with Ghost, but also the vulnerability and growth of his early years. When a character is this beloved, even small differences in appearance, mannerisms, or voice can create a strong reaction among viewers. Fans want to see a seamless connection between young Ghost and the older Ghost they remember. They want continuity that feels real, like looking into a mirror of the original character's journey. This is why every casting choice is scrutinized. When the first images and clips of young Ghost appeared, the reactions online were immediate and intense on Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit. Fans shared both excitement and disappointment. Some praised the actor's talent and looked forward to seeing his take on the character, while others argued that he did not look or feel like Ghost. The debate was not just about physical resemblance. Fans focused on energy, confidence, and how well the actor could express the emotional depth of Ghost's story. People compared every little detail to the original. From facial expressions to body language, the pressure on this young actor is immense because he is stepping into a role that has a massive fan base already attached to it. But beyond physical appearance, fans care deeply about the story. Young Ghost is not just meant to mimic the older version. He is meant to show a younger man who is learning, making mistakes, and slowly building the character traits that make him who he becomes. Fans want authenticity. They want to feel the struggles, the ambition, and the charm of a man who will eventually become Ghost. This is why the casting choice is so controversial. It's not just a matter of liking the actor, it's about whether he can capture the essence of a character that is already etched into fans' hearts. The debate over casting also highlights how much impact a character can have on pop culture. Ghost is more than a TV character. He represents a story, a world, and an idea that fans have loved for years when a prequel or origin story is made. Expectations are high because the audience has a personal connection to the character. They want the new portrayal to honor the original while also bringing something new and believable. Any perceived mistake or misstep in casting can feel like a betrayal to fans, even if the actor delivers a strong performance. This tension between expectation and execution is what makes Young Ghost's casting such a hot topic. Young Ghost's role is also important because it sets the tone for the series. His actions, personality, and growth will influence the audience's understanding of key events in Power Origins if viewers feel disconnected from Young Ghost. It could affect how they perceive the story as a whole. On the other hand, if the casting works well, it could elevate the series and deepen fans' connection to the character. This is why the pressure on the actor and the creators is so high. Every gesture, every line of dialogue, and every scene is under intense scrutiny because fans are watching closely. Finally, fans are emotionally invested in Ghost. They've followed his story, celebrated his victories, and mourned his losses. When a new actor takes on the role, they are not just looking for someone who looks like Ghost, they are looking for someone who can make them feel the same connection they had with the original Shrek. This is why the question of whether the casting was right or wrong has sparked such a passionate discussion online. Young Ghost is more than a young version of a character. He is a symbol of the story fans love, and how well he is portrayed will determine whether Power Origins succeeds in capturing the magic of the original series. The moment the official casting of Young Ghost was revealed, the internet erupted. In a mix of excitement, curiosity, and skepticism, fans had been anticipating the announcement for weeks, imagining who could bring the legendary character to life in his younger years. When the name and images of the actor were finally released, reactions poured in from all directions. Social media became a whirlwind of opinions, with hashtags trending, threads forming, and videos analyzing the first glimpses of the new Young Ghost. Some fans immediately celebrated the choice, praising the actor for his charisma, physical resemblance, or potential to carry the weight of the role. They saw in him the spark that could ignite the backstory of one of television's most iconic characters, yet almost instantly, a wave of doubt and criticism appeared. Fans questioned whether the actor could truly capture Ghost's magnetic personality, his intelligence, and the subtle mix of vulnerability and authority that made the original character unforgettable. He debates highlighted how much pressure exists when stepping into a role that is already legendary. The casting announcement was not just a simple reveal. It was a moment that tested fan loyalty and imagination. Many comments focused on physical appearance, comparing facial features, build, and style to the older Ghost. Others went further, analyzing the actor's expressions in photos or clips, trying to determine if his energy matched the essence of Ghost. Questions like, does he look dangerous enough? Or can he carry the same confidence? Dominated discussions. Even the smallest details, like a hairstyle or outfit in promotional images, were scrutinized. Fans debated endlessly whether these details reflected the original character's persona or if they hinted at a departure from what they loved. This intense level of attention shows just how invested the audience is. They are not simply viewers, they are guardians of the character's legacy. Every choice feels personal because Ghost is more than a fictional figure. He represents a story that has been a part of fans' lives for years. Alongside skepticism, there were voices defending the casting choice. Supporters argued that it's impossible to replicate the older Ghost exactly, and that trying to do so could stifle creativity. They highlighted that this is a younger version, meant to show growth, learning, and moments of vulnerability that the older character had already outgrown. According to them, the new actor has a chance to bring a fresh perspective, showing sides of Ghost that fans have never seen before. Some even pointed out that prequels allow for reinterpretation, emphasizing different emotions or experiences that shape the original character. This perspective helped balance the negative reactions, giving the conversation depth rather than just criticism. It also demonstrated that fan opinion is never one-sided. People want authenticity, but they are also willing to embrace something new if it feels true to the story. Interestingly, many fan reactions reflected broader conversations about representation and relatability. Some fans celebrated that the casting brought a new energy or perspective to the character, seeing the actor as a bridge between the familiar Ghost and the world of Power origins. Others worried that the connection to the original series might be lost if the actor did not embody the same intensity or emotional depth. These discussions went beyond simple likes or dislikes. They delved into what it means to honor a character's essence while also exploring their formative years. Every tweet, video reaction, and forum post contributed to a larger debate about storytelling, casting, and expectations in high-profile series. The sheer volume of engagement showed that this was not just a casting announcement, it was a moment that fans would analyze, discuss, and remember for months. Some of the reactions were dramatic and humorous at the same time. Memes, GIFs, and fan edits exploded online, highlighting exaggerated expressions of shock, excitement, or disappointment. While playful, these posts also communicated genuine feelings about the casting. Fans used humor to process their reactions, but behind every joke was a deeper question. Does this actor truly fit the legacy of Ghost? The variety of opinions created a fascinating mix of conversation, where serious critique, excitement, and playful banter coexisted. This made the casting announcement more than just news. It became a cultural event, showing how much influence one character can have and how passionately people feel about their portrayal.